Yeah, I kind of wish they'd have made languages a little bit more compulsory. Oh, you are here, Peter. All right, we'll get you in a match. A request for Eldrazi Drain was made, so that will be what I am playing. That one right there. Sweet. Right. Do I have you added on Steam, Peter? Danger Belts will go straight after, don't you worry. Are you incognitus? Because he's asking me for a duel right now. Alright, might have to check my actual Steam for a friend request, I'm not sure. If he's added me or not. I see a little invite there. Oh, it's Danger Belts. Added yesterday. Alright, let me have a look. I had a scan, but I'm blind, so what do I know? Huh. No, you're not on the list. Oh, there you are. You're away. I see. There's your invite, buddy. There's a funny story about our German languages teacher. He used to use Rammstein as a teaching tool, which is yeah, that was fun. Kind of like Rammstein, so. Du hast, bitch. Yeah. It would help. What time is it? Que hora es? That's from Pulp Fiction, actually. Yeah, Rammstein are in German class. Obviously, I think he did a little bit of pre-planning to make sure that, you know, some of the songs were quite suitable. Mostly numbers for me, just kind of forgot everything else. Yeah, I'd say that. That sounds about right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12? Something like that. And then Spanish, self-explanatory for the most part. I'm not even going to try pronounce any of the French things. Because that'll go horribly wrong. Getting deported. Damn, he's onto me. Oh, there you go. We're in. Sweet. Alright. Random opponent. Let's boot it up. Tried teaching myself Japanese for a while, but surprised learning a language takes a long time and I stopped. Yeah, Japanese is probably quite a hard one. There's like several different versions of it as well, isn't there? Oh, should I have cancelled it? Damn it. It's been going so well up to this point, I've just been lulled into a false sense of security. Yep, that is not my teammate. Okay. Sorry, current teammate. It's time to go. Right, let's try that again. Invite teammate. Kakiri. Sorry, that was my cat. If you're interested in Japanese culture, you should watch Abroad in Japan. It's a British man who lives in Japan for a few years, but he goes to really weird places. All the cat cafes, and there's like Fox Island and stuff like that. And then he even goes to themed hotels as well. There's like a Jurassic Park themed hotel that you can stay in. There's some really weird stuff over in Japan. I would love to go sometime. Oh, I have an invite on the other side. I'll take your invite instead, sir. Watch an idiot abroad. Ugh, Carl Pilkington. That man has had me in tears more than any other man that I've ever seen on television. He is a joy to listen to. Some of the discussion points that he has, they make sense, but the way that he explains them is just so backwards and weird. It's hilarious. I love it. Thinking about learning Japanese. I'm expecting to take a long time learning it. Yeah, I would imagine that would be the case. But yeah, the dude I mentioned Abroad in Japan, if you check out his channel, he does have some tips and stuff like that. Oh, timed out. He does have some tips and learning resources on one of his videos that he's made about learning Japanese and how he learned it. So if you're interested, I would check him out. He's also very funny. Just finished watching Very British Problems on Netflix. Now I know what the tutting is. I've never watched it, so I wouldn't know half of what is on there. But there you go. I can imagine. I know a lot of British problems. I am one of them. Ah, players quit. Ah, dear. Getting to this segment of the stream. Players quit. Alright, invite teammate. It's Brits talking about first world British problems. So, he's one of them. When it's raining, we're really pissed off because the weather's crap, but as soon as it becomes hot, we constantly complain about it being too hot, because we're currently in that moment right now. I cannot stand it being this hot. Mostly because I have to close all my doors and windows when I'm streaming, because there are drunks running down the streets half of the time. Yeah, this is mostly just two-headed giants, unfortunately. Me and Thelona came across similar issues when we were trying to record. Complaining about the weather is absolutely a British pastime. What's the temperature? Oh, I don't know. Down in London it was 26 the other day. I think it's maybe about 23. It's not that bad compared to other countries, but it gets humid, so it's sort of really sweaty and horrible for the most part. Only ever gotten sunburnt in this country once before, and it was during a music festival. And I said exactly that when I was stood in the queue, saying, oh, it's a bit hot, but I've never burnt in this country, so why would I want to put any suntan cream on? Oh, the worst burns of my life. Oh. I feel like I've been matched with a complete stranger. Expressing feelings in public is taboo. I don't know, it depends on where you're from, to be honest. Oh, I won! Yes! Alright, let's move on to the next person. No, I'm joking. We'll try that again. One more time. We might have to try somebody else, because I'm not sure if it's server issues or if it's our opponent, unfortunately. Right, I'll send you an invite this time, dude. Yeah, it was really close. When you cast that Ulamog, I thought we were done for. It's nature's way of saying put on the damn sunscreen, yeah. Yeah, we were really bad at the music festival I went. Once we'd burnt though, it just made all the heat for the next few days so much worse. We ended up buying a gazebo to go around our camp because it was so hot, or at least it was burning our skin so badly that we couldn't stand the heat. So we spent far too much time away from the music going, this is too hot, this is too hot. We didn't bring an umbrella. Not going to be that person who uses an umbrella in the sun though. No, no, no. Never. I'd rather burn again. I feel like we're having no luck here. Unfortunately, dude. Yeah, we just had a big storm just yesterday, in fact. Raining unbearably for a very long time. I had to stop recording because it was so loud. Because I live in the... I live in the attic. My room is in the attic. I live mostly in it, though, these days. But, yeah, it was raining really heavily, and then all of a sudden, for no apparent reason, it's not even the right climate for it, it just started hailing. I have no idea, that's not happened in years, so... Oh, we're in A game. Let's see. If this one fails, I think I might have to move on to the next dude, if that's alright. I don't know if this one's going through or not. That's the right avatar. Yes! Alright, we're in. Just watch for the massive mana screw. One lander! Alright. I'm throwing that back. And all red, no black. But I have a firecraft in hand, I'm taking it. Ooh. What are you playing? I am very interested. Seems spicy. And we've got an arsonist on the other side. I wonder what... oh, wonderful, another mountain. Joy. I wonder what another double team of two hyper-aggressive decks might work out like. Might have to try that sometime. Like red deck wins and white weenie on the same team. See if you can close it out before either one of them has anything to do. Yeah, this looks like Bant. Using the naturalists. Maybe he has elemental bond in here as well then for that? I'm not sure. Now I will never draw black sauce. Let's not predict things that are gonna happen, please. Because we all know it will. Alright. Swinging in. What's our other opponents of the colour? Red, green, and green, red, white. Interesting. Oh, have you got playing a bridge in here? Awesome. It's a nice land. I have only played with playing a bridge in this one once before, I think. Put it in my mono green Stompy deck, I believe. Pretty sure I made videos on that, but yeah, it's a lot of fun in that. And a word of invention to go get it as well. I approve. I see the reason for the slightly more expensive Reclamation Sage then, for the 4/4 body. Collective Defiance to cycle my own hand. I think it might be in here. I'm not sure. But at this point, I'm very much into that idea. Colour or guild do you most identify with? I'm Bant, grown up surrounded by plains, forests and islands. I don't know, actually. I'll have to think on that. Why Esper? Because Esper's cool, man. That's all you need to know. What more needs to be said? Alright, we got a dude that gets slightly bigger. Green, red, and blue. That is Teema? Teema? Yeah. Yeah, I might be Grixis as well. Because it's evil and not fun to play against. Heh. But playing it is amazing. Alright. Using a twin bolt to ramp our teammate. See you in a bit, Sadja. Good to see you, man. Alright, I wasn't looking. Oh, we drew a Dominator drone. Awesome. Nice off-colour creature. Well, I guess we're going to continue making our land drops. You get +1/+1 of first strike. And then I'm going to kill it. Before it gets too big and I can't deal with it. Alrighty then. We have ourselves a bottle gnome. Bomat Bazaar Barge. A crew 3 for a 5/5. Sure. Really odd built vehicles deck, maybe? Still under that same theory. An Inventor's Apprentice. Don't know what a right player is. It's green-red, but I don't understand the bottle gnomes or the arsonist if it's a ramp deck. Alright, gets pumped up. Down to 26. Need that black land. Or a colourless one at this point, because we get a reality smasher. And that at least lets me smuggler's copter. Somewhere down the line. Or a nettle drone. Or a nettle drone. I like this. This works for me. Let's go find that swamp. And if it's a Bomat courier, well, then I get to untap my nettle drone for no value other than threatening to block. Let's go! Do I even want to hit my land drop at this point? We've kind of hit the top of the curve and I don't really want to dump the rest, so... Let's just do that. Got a decent blocker back there with the advocate anyway, so... That sounds like a pretty decent commander. Choose an artifact. Choose a creature. They made Yusaki Primal Druid again for ramp. I love it. Well, at least they got a 4/5 now. They can technically crew it up the Bazaar Barge and start hitting us with it. We can't block it, which is unfortunate, but teammate over here has a naturalist, so you know. I wonder if our opposing teammates are shouting at each other going, "Why? Why did you do that? Oh no, my only playable creature." No blocks. Headphones finally died. Now I'm using my gaming headset on my laptop, but I made it. Well, welcome, Seronimo. Good to see you. Still no lands. Yeah, apologies for not making our tournament matchup, by the way, Seronimo. I'll still give you the points, but we'll play sometime later this week whenever you're free. Because it is my fault, unfortunately. But yeah, we'll still play even if it doesn't matter. So don't think either of us are getting into top 8 anyway, so I don't really have to take into account our scores. Yeah, I'll be up for that. Least I can do. Right. What's going on? Kurd Chieftain. Or Harambe. For those who remember that deck. Might kill that because I can. Yeah, sure. Let's do it. Let's get off the board now. Give me something good, for the love of God, that is a scrounger. Ugh. It works, I suppose. Right. What decks are out in front at the moment? Current top, I believe, is Vagabonds, Red, Black, Aggro. Who else is out in front? There's so many people keeping track of, I'm not actually sure. I could check my spreadsheet in a bit, I suppose. If you go onto the Wikia, there is a link to the current leaderboard minus this current round's point scores. So you can check that out. Finally, we have a swamp. Right, what do I want to dump? That's the question. I don't know. Yeah, this is target opponent. Don't see that doing too much for us at the moment. Oh, this is each opponent on the Dominator drone. Alright, so that's 4 damage. Sweet. Bush, bush. Unable to smash, unfortunately, we need the colourless. So, Ether Hubs and Ruins of Oran-Reef, I believe, are in here. Possibly even Gyreach Sanitariums, I can't quite remember. Hey Chandra, got one of my own over here if we get another land. I kinda didn't mind the colourless mana. Seemed a lot of people were really upset with that. Hey! Alright, we have a Chandra. Is it cool if she comes down? That's the question. Got a 4/5 to block the 4/5. Got a 3/4 to block the 4/4, although this gives indestructible. Ooh, what are you refurbing? Ah, Gearhulk, wonderful. I'm feeling slightly more confident about slamming a Chandra here, actually. Yeah, Phyrexia mana was a bit quite cool as well. Although MTG Goldfish, they mentioned ways of let me just play this out first. Ways that it would make Phyrexian mana a lot better. Like when Gitaxian Probe got banned, it's because any deck could play it. But I think they said that the best way you could do it, if the Phyrexian mana rules were, instead of being able to cast pay it for 2 life, it would only be 2 life if you had mana of that colour in the battlefield, so that you could still use it, of course, but only if you weren't playing it off colour. If that made any sense. I was rambling there, I completely agree. Right. Colourless mana is cool, but using it only in one set seems weird. I understand how the mechanics usually go. Yeah. I understand that the colourless part of it was for the Eldrazi kind of thing. But it would have been kind of nice, like, after how some mechanics end up sticking along through sets, you know, like Prowess and stuff like that. Would have been nice to see the occasional colourless printed card. I think that would have been interesting. Actually, I ran into a deck last night that wasn't Eldrazi, it was using all wastes as lands, mono artifacts and Eldrazi spells. Yeah, I tried running one of those quite some time ago. I don't believe I posted it on the channel. It's a little bit iffy for the most part, as far as ramping's concerned, since most of your colourless cards are big Eldrazi creatures, ramping's kind of important. Yeah, that's my stance on it. Every now and then, just give us a colourless card. I think our opponents are debating on attacking. It's not going to go too well for them, unfortunately. Yeah, if you can get the ramp going in colourless Eldrazi, it's so much fun. Having like Kozilek's coming down and stuff like that. All of the little colourless ramping creatures as well. If they can stick around, then you can do some serious work. It's just when they don't. Alrighty then. So, could look at our opponent's hand. Who's got the scarier deck? Well, the left player's done the scariest things, but I'm not sure. Tick up again. Right, and then we can mind bend one of our tokens, just pay 7. Bonk. And let's look at our left player. Ooh, Tron. Love a bit of Tron. Alright, Cultivator's Caravan. And I believe we can take the other vehicle as well. I actually have a casual Tron deck somewhere. It's very casual. It's mono blue. Doesn't have any of the Mind Slavers or anything like that in it. But it uses Trading Posts and Spines of Ishtar to... Essentially, it's mono blue Tron land destruction in a nutshell. Turn 3, destroy your opponent's land. Sack it with a Trading Post. Get it back to your hand to do it again next turn. I don't know what's happening in this game. I think we've frozen. We have frozen in time. We were winning this though, hands down. But still. Kinda sucks that it's frozen. Ah, game is syncing. There we go. Wait for Magic Digital next. Until then, I'm going to stick to Duels and paper. Yeah, I'm curious to see what it's going to be, actually. It's probably going to be the thing that I'll end up moving over to when it comes out, would be my guess. Since it sounds as though they're trying to almost merge Duels and MTGO together in that weird sense. I don't know. Could be wrong about that. Our opponents spent so much time staring at their cards that they're not going to let us look at them. I still have another card to take. Yeah, MTGO with Duels UI. Yeah. That's my guess. It should be cool. Most MTGO players are really angry at Magic Duels because it looks nicer. So that would, I'm sure that would work out real good. Yeah, thrilling gameplay. We might have to bounce out of this one if it doesn't sort itself out in the next minute or so. Unfortunately, we can consider it a win though, I would say. But there you go. Me and Thelona hit the pause and concede bug the other day as well. Oh, you were going to go grab your bridge. Have you got all the biggest creatures in here then as well? Yeah, I think we're going to have to back out of this one, unfortunately, buddy. No gold, but consider it. Consider it. Oh, yeah, the timer is frozen. You're absolutely right. Yep, consider it won. Can you play the next game? Let me have a gander. It's Danger Melts, but you can play after that if you want. I will add you to the list. Evil Dark Zero. Boom. Right, Danger Melts. If you're around, it's time for us to play our starter deck duo. This is gonna be fun. Where are you? Revolt Counters, that's not you. That's not you. There we go, Subliminals. Boom. Hold my beer. Let's do this. Hopefully it'll be cheaper than what MTGO is at the moment. Well, if you think about it, it's not... As far as MTGO compared to paper's concerned, it's not actually that expensive, but I do completely agree with you still, nonetheless. I always, when I was watching, I always had that, why is this so expensive kind of thing. It's only because they've sort of synced up the markets together, essentially. Oh, you got an error. Hang on, I'll send you another one. Danger Melts. Subscription cost for unlimited Phantom Drafts. Ooh. Well, I'd say whatever it turns out to be, I'll probably end up doing something with it on the channel. By the time it comes out anyway, it might be quite some time. I don't think they've put out a release date, have they? Maybe like 2018 if they have. You should open Steam first and then open up the game through that one. No release date yet. Yeah. I'd imagine it's 2018. Might even be 2019. Barely hear anything about it, to be honest. Thanks to you, I'm watching streams more often. Why did you do this to me? Could recommend you some good Twitch streamers if you want, so could Lumi as well. I feel like this invitation has failed. I will send you another one, Danger Melts. Hey Flannel, how's it going? It's been a while. Good to see you. Yeah, if you're looking for Magic streams, MTG Goldfish on Tuesdays and Thursdays is a very good stream to watch. Plays a lot of jank. Just error every time I accept. Do you want to try send me an invite, see if it works the other way around then? I will accept once you send me one. Been busy graduating. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Congratulations though. Hope it worked out for you. What was it you were studying again? I remember you saying you were a knife salesman. What constitutes jank? It's a tough question, is that one. My favourite deck that's come from him has been 5-colour Panharmonicon. And he went into a league with it and 5-0'd. So it's competitive, but at the same time it has no right working whatsoever. Hey, we're in a game. I'm slightly worried because I'm dog sitting right now and my cousin's dog has disappeared. That can only mean one thing. He's not where I am right now and he's destroying it. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I'd also say jank can also be a deck with a glaringly bad fault, but if your opponent never takes advantage of it, you'll just go ahead and win the game easily. That kind of thing. Hey, we're in. Right, one lander, not doing it. Won't do it. Although, Sunblade Elf. No, throw it back. Ah, this one's much better. Why could I draw like this in a tournament? Right, let's go with a Forest and a Sunblade Elf. Our opponent's not going to know what hits them. Yeah, if you ever send me a deck list and I have to take a second glance at it to find out how it works, you've probably made a decent deck. It's something I'm likely to play and absolutely love. Or if it's just something so stupid and backwards, but is really awesome as well, I'll take that immediately. Right, let's just go Woodland Cemetery. I'm gonna swing for one. Boom. I don't know what our odds of winning this are, but it's going to be funny if we do win it. Just need my plains. So a Renegade map, Evolving Wilds, or simply a plains would be lovely. Can't remember if I put some Petal Groves in here or not. Well, some jank can be tier 2, as far as I'm concerned anyway. Okay. Probably should kill that Smuggler's Copter, but I also really want to get through this dude for some attacks. No, I think we'll kill the Copter. Looks to be. Yet again, you could probably head on over to the Wikia page. You could get his deck list up as well. I'd have to tab out and that would cause all sorts of problems, so I'm not going to, but... Well, have you seen Ma do enchantments with starter cards? Ahaha. Ain't seen nothing like this before. Maybe you have. Tiers are essentially... A tier 1 deck is a deck that you would see pros playing a lot. It's one with a high win rate, essentially. As you go down the tier list, it becomes more about fun and less about winning. Or less competitive, but more fun, is my stance on it. Alright, let's start swinging in. Siegecraft. Nice. Alright. We have threats. Oh, he's back. Hey, sweetheart. How's it hanging? Oh, you've been behaving. You better be. He's gonna jump up in a second. Do not do that, please. Come round here. Come round here. Come say hello. Nimbus swings for our opponent. Alrighty then. Hopefully I get some chance to show you some tier 2 and 3 decks in actual paper. Well, I say actual paper, on MTGR. I'd be up for that. Unbridled Growth is awesome, actually. So it means we can Unbridled Growth on that forest there. Tap it for white. Sack the Unbridled Growth, trigger Revolt, draw a card, Rallier, get back the Unbridled Growth, and we have white mana again. Sweet. I cannot attack. I think the first deck that I'm going to make on MTGO in Modern is going to be Restore Balance, because it's obnoxious, horrible, and I love it. Or even Crack Clan Ironworks combo as well. This one is also very nice. In Standard, not sure. Not sure at all. Oh dear. We need artifacts on the board or our opponent's going to start drawing. Cavalry. Yay. Alright, you can become a 4/4. But if we swing in, our opponent just blocks with a Thopter and forces us to use the Reclamation Sage, which is not ideal.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Cybermeister, thanks for the follow, dude. Yeah, KCI for getting loads of mana and casting. Standard is essentially a format in Magic, so only a certain amount of sets are allowed to be played. You can think of Magic Duels as its own format as well, because it only has a certain amount of sets and you're only allowed X amount of a card. It's that kind of thing. Modern is a little bit more than Standard, and then there's Legacy, and then there's Vintage, and each one gives you more and more and more stuff. Have we got 100 followers? Awesome. My screen has not updated these things, unfortunately, so... It's good, though. That was my target for the day, and we hit it. Right. Let's just go... Is our opponent ever going to wipe this board? I don't know. I might just go with a Vine Breeder. Just pass. I thought Vintage was every set. I could be wrong, I don't really pay attention to Vintage and Legacy. Or is it just a different ban list? Oops, skip text. Yeah. People on the list, I believe it's getting quite short. Yeah, it's just Evil Dark Zero next, and you can be on afterwards if you want. I'll add you on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Kajoma01, thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
James Dilly, thanks for the follow, man. And hello. Nice to see you. Sweet. Making progress. Don't think I want to add Zarvolt to the dictionary, although it would be nice. I'm sure it'd be useful. Lone Rider. Alrighty then. Another forest. Alright, we get a cavalry down. That's a big dude.
Oh, yeah.
My god, we've got a follow train. The Magic Noob, thanks for the follow, man. This is cool. I like this. Improve. Alright. We have a 6-6 trampler. Time too fast for the overlay to keep up. I shall have to fix that. I can't remember what the delay is on it. I think it's like 15 seconds before it wipes the last message. Yeah, if you go too far back, you end up having Black Lotuses. I'm pretty sure they're legal in Vintage, but not in Legacy. I think that's the case. And Black Lotus, if you've known about magic and things that are really silly, Black Lotus is one of the topics of conversation. You were right, Lumi. You were right. I see your point. Vintage is no bans. Legacy is banned Vintage. I see. This makes sense. Fragmentize on a Siegecraft. Alright. Slightly smaller bat. Yep, that is exactly the case. Kind of silly, really. Oh dear. Oh boy. This is gonna hurt next time. Those are some big creatures. We have Reclamation Sages for them though. I think one more in the deck. I don't know if I'm running the full 3. Going for me. Our other teammate must have something for this then. Kind of want to take this guy off the board though, so he stops drawing cards. I think I'll block there, he'll block as well. We'll just take the other 5. Please at least block this one. Danger! Danger, I'm blocking with this in mind. Panic! Oh, there we go. That's fixed. Awesome. This might backfire. We'll see. Ah. Alright. Yeah. I had that one coming. Well, at least we can take a warrior token off the board. Oh no, we can kill him though, actually. Maths. It's good, good guys. You need maths in your life. Alright. Hey! The Huntmaster! How's it going? Hopefully my opponent has nothing for this. Because that'd be nice. Sunblade Elf. Give me another elf. I'm really cheap when it comes to building any kind of deck. If there's a deck that I like, but it's not a budget deck, I make it budget. Always. It tends to include cutting out a lot of important cards, but still. You can, Tarmogoyf. Ooh, God. Depends on the set, I think. Yeah, about 100 sounds about right. I think it was 150 at one point. No. I believe if I had played my land before, the Huntmaster would have had a Primal Bellow to save it there. That's annoying. It is slightly disturbing though, how we haven't already lost. But you know. Starter deck's gotta win sometime. Ah, that's a 5/3 unblockable. She's gonna turn into an even bigger unblockable. Yeah, land base is... You just essentially cut out the fetch lands and just replace them with Evolving Wilds is one of the simpler ways to budget a deck. Kind of like, there's the reason I like Restore Balance for that kind of thing, because it's barely about the lands. I think it runs about 15 lands on average, but you use loads of flagstones. I think they're called flagstones. That's kind of the point of the deck, to not have lands in play. And I got that deck down to $100, which I think is even cheaper on MTGO. Or you can just print them out and make proxies. Oh dear, right, I think it's time to lose now. Don't know how we come back from this. Give this +4/+4, but he's gaining 8 life every turn. Yeah. no attacks. We do not have any. Although, danger, if you want to attack him with a Swift Wing, I will use a Primal Bellow. Feels like that's the only way we're getting anywhere with this one. Being Kieran to strip away my board very slowly. Oh, this is just disgusting. Wow. Oh, wow. Alright, that's an 8-6 unblockable with a 9-8 flyer in the air and a 5-5 on the ground. Woo-wee! Where's he pointing his damage? From that Sovereign. No, there's no point doing that. Block that 5-5, but we are very much dead, I believe. That's unblockable, that's flying, I can't touch any of those. It's on you, danger, to block. I have many internet hugs. Yeah, it feels super lethal. Go out swinging though. Primal Bellow on the Swift Wing. The bat, the MVP of our team. Ain't going down without a fight. I'm not sure what it's not sure what it's blocking. Depending on what it's blocking right now, it may be dead already. But I think it's blocking a Thopter. Yes, it is. So he didn't die. We're not dead! We're very dead, but just not right now. I wish I had board wipes upon board wipes. That's something I do wish I had. Oh, I can get rid of the Sky Sovereign. Or this thing. Really doesn't matter. I think the Sky Sovereign's the thing to go though. But we are dead to unblockable stuff anyway, so... GG! I'm swinging. Try and stop me. Let me at him. Yeah. That one. That it really matters. Boom. Try blocking all of that. Yeah, that's right, you couldn't. We showed them, right, chat? We showed them. I feel good about that. Who needs removal? Yeah. I've got some bone splinters in here, but I never see them. Like, even during the entire tournament. Barely saw them. Not this game. Not this game. That was fun anyway. I think we got the expected result. But it would have been nice to pull out a win with starter decks. And they're coming in for attack. Next person to play is Evil Dark Zero, if you want to boot up the game if you haven't already. And we'll get into a match. No! Good game, good game. Right. What deck should we play, though? That is the question. All-in engines doesn't seem like the right deck for two-headed giant. Turbo Fog. Turbo Fog seems interesting. I don't even remember if this deck actually performed very well. I think there's only one way to find out, am I right? Alright,